So find yourself a comfortable position, whether this is seated or lying down, it's absolutely fine. If I tune into a breathwork Insta in the morning, I'm usually lying down, I'm usually still in bed, so that's fine as well. So make yourself comfortable. But the main aim is that the spine is nice and tall and just straight. So if you're lying down, make sure that your pillows aren't too high below your head. And then if you're seated, just reach the crown of the head towards the ceiling. So the spine is nice and alert. And then relax through the rest of the body. So taking a deep breath here. We want to let go of anything that's happening in the mind now. So the point of this meditation is to calm the mind. So we want to just really let go of your day coming up. So if you're anything like me, you might wake up and start making your to-do list, scrolling through your phone, and it just starts your mind off with almost a caffeine-like boost. You're on, you're sort of everything, all your motor neurons are firing. And let's drop into the space first. So let's kind of wake up before we start the mind really whirring. So closing down the eyes and just letting go of anything you need to do for today. Let's just let that go. You may know that you always can come back to it. It never goes anywhere. These things that we need to do, they keep popping back in, don't they? So let's not worry about whether they're going to be there or not. Let's just close the eyes with a nice straight spine and just start to clear the mind. So one way to do this is to just concentrate on your breath. So the breath is something that just happens absolutely naturally all day, all night, keeping us alive. And we don't really pay much attention to it unless you take these kind of breathwork classes. Or when you're doing your yoga, you might sort of tap into the breath, but really we don't notice it. So just noticing the natural breath without changing it at this point. And using that one point of focus as your meditation to start with. So just concentrating on one thing, whether it's the breath, a sound, a mantra, a word. Just focuses the mind down and stops that mind chatter. So notice where you're feeling the breath. Can you feel the breath going in through the nostrils, traveling down the throat into the chest? And then the different sensation as you exhale. And where do you feel the movement in the body? So becoming the witness now. So we don't want to label what's happening. We just want to notice the breath here. And when thoughts come into the mind, which they often do when we're in stillness, the thoughts are going to pop in. That's just naturally what happens. Just notice the thought, and without attaching to it, without letting it run wild in your mind, just allow it to float away. And come back to the breath. And now starting to bring some control into your breath. So maybe starting to deepen your breath now. Guiding the breath all the way down into the belly. And you can place your hands on your belly if that helps, just to really guide the breath where it needs to go, because it's a lot deeper than where we usually breathe, which is our sort of chest when we naturally breathe. But breathing into the belly has many benefits. So let's start to inhale all the way down. And if your hands are on your belly, gently pressing your hands away. And with an exhale, the hands just draw back towards the spine. So inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. And try to elongate the breath and slow it right down. So just calming the nervous system here. So keeping that deep breath going. You can either keep your hands on your belly or drop the hands down. But just guiding that breath all the way down. We connect with our diaphragm. And that starts to send a signal to our nervous system that we're calm and that we're safe. Taking us out of the fight or flight mode that we find ourselves in most of the time, as we tend to shallow breathe. So when we shallow breathe into the chest, it's fine, we get the oxygen that we need, but we are sending a signal that we're in slight panic. So the mind is on high alert, so our cortisol, our stress levels are high. So just deepening the breath all the way down sends a signal to our nervous system that we're calm and that we're safe. And this starts to bring that stress level down. So just by deep breathing, you can lower your stress levels, lower your anxiety, and bring your baseline for anxiety down. So when your baseline for anxiety is high, any little thing can tip you into anxiety. But when we bring it down, it takes a bit more to kind of tip us into anxiety. So we are more resilient. And when something happens, we make slightly better and more kind of informed decisions rather than reacting or firefighting. So it's worth taking this time, even just to deep breathe every morning. Just wake up and take a few deep breaths. And then just letting go of the focus on the breath. Keep the breath deep as you can, but we don't need to really control it as much now. We're going to just come to a little mantra in the mind. So by repeating mantras, we create positive pathways in the body, in the mind, in the brain. And we're just training the brain to learn to be more positive. So just repeating in your mind now. I am here. I am now. I am safe. I am here. I am now. I am safe. And just repeat that a couple of times in your mind. And then just letting go of this mantra, allowing it to settle, doing its magic in your mind. We're going to start to visualize now. So bring your mind into a space where you can start to bring some images into the mind. So concentrate in the space just behind your closed eyelids. And with control here, just allow to come into your mind an image of your safe space. A place where you feel completely safe, protected and calm. So allow it to start to come to life in your mind, in this space in front of the closed eyelids. And notice where you are here. So looking around your safe space, what can you see? It's interesting that this will be different for everyone. Maybe you're in nature. Maybe you're in a favourite room in your house. Maybe you drop into a childhood memory. It could be anything for you, this safe space that just makes you feel warm and cozy and just completely safe. And when you've brought this to life in your mind, just notice what it is about this place that makes you feel safe. Or if it's invoking any memories, what are in these memories that made you feel safe? Why do you trust this place over any other place? Why do you think this particular place has come into your mind? What boundaries have you set here to keep yourself safe? What is it about this space that makes you feel really calm and grounded? As you take some deep breaths in your space, in your safe space, just notice the qualities that are making you feel calm. What is your connection to the earth here? When we feel safe and grounded, there's usually an earthing connection that makes us feel really supported. What is it in this space for you? And what do you do in this safe space when you come here? Are you resting? Are you relaxing? Maybe you take some time for some self-care. What does that look like for you? And just allowing this feeling of safety and calm to spread all over your body. Take in the energy of this space. Allowing the body to relax. Relaxing your heart and your chest. And finally, just relaxing the mind completely in your safe space. And just taking a few moments to just allow yourself to be. just letting go of any visualizations here. Coming back to the body, just notice where you felt any sensations, any emotions that came up from that feeling of safety and calm. Where did you feel that in the body? And just knowing you can come back to your safe space anytime. If you're feeling overwhelmed, just taking some deep breaths, closing eyes and just traveling to your safe space and allowing that feeling of calm and safety to spread through the body and into the mind before opening your eyes again and dealing with whatever it is you need to. So for now, just taking an inhale, feeling safe and secure, and exhaling any fear or anxiety. Just get rid of it with your exhale. Inhaling safety and security. Exhaling any fear and anxiety. So getting rid of it for this morning. And one more time, inhaling safety and security. And then when you're ready with your exhale, you can open your eyes and come back into your space. Hopefully feeling slightly more calm and relaxed, having been to your safe space. So thank you very much for joining me for this meditation. So it's just one that you can come back to yourself at any time. And you can join me again tomorrow for another morning meditation. So I said on my video, if you saw that this is a good kind of exercise if you do a morning meditation and some deep breathing and some breath work. Just notice if it changes your day. Notice how you react to things throughout the day. Notice if you are feeling that a little bit calmer. And yeah, let's do it as an experiment, and maybe it's something you might want to incorporate in your mornings. But for now, thank you very much, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Hey.